53 Ukrainian prisoners of war have been killed and 75 are wounded in the shelling of a pretrial detention facility in the Donetsk People's Republic. A warning, the following images are graphic and could be disturbing. Moscow has accused Kiev troops of intentionally targeting the site using American-supplied HIMARS rocket launchers, saying Kiev's attack was aimed at intimidating any Ukrainian troops who want to lay down their arms. Kiev, meanwhile, claims Russian forces targeted the prison so Moscow could accuse Ukraine of war crimes and hide, quote, the torture of prisoners of war. Those wounded in the attack were taken to a Donetsk city hospital where some have already undergone surgery. One fighter from Ukraine's notorious Azov battalion, who is undergoing treatment there right now, shared details of the attack with us.
At approximately midnight, a shell hit the place where we were. It all happened very fast. The first strike was literally next to us, and the second was right where we lived. The blast was so strong and powerful, everything caught fire. We started to get out. I started to get out. I felt a severe pain in my stomach and fell to the ground waiting for whatever would happen next. Everyone, if it was possible for them, started to leave, with those who were able to helping others. I was unable to. I was locked in pain. I was just trying to get out.
Earlier, my colleague Donald Corder interviewed Canadian journalist Eva Bartlett, who was also at the scene of Friday's attack.
This is clearly an intentional strike on this facility. And it's notable, by the way, I went to the A hospital that was treating some of the injured after going to this prison. And although we weren't able to go inside to see the prisoners, they were in critical condition. A doctor did come out and give a statement, and he said the prisoners are in critical condition, and they're undergoing surgeries, they're being given the medicine and the care that they need. And now I just want to point out the irony that Russia is giving Ukrainian prisoners of war medical treatment, no matter, in spite of the fact that these are enemy combatants. And it is Ukraine that is inflicted their potentially mortal injuries on them. Here's a perfect example of an out-and-out war crime committed by Ukraine with Western weaponry, and it is Russia that is mopping up the mess.
How do you think this incident is going to affect the morale among Ukrainian troops currently in combat?
Well, I mean, we've seen many videos being shared on social media, on Telegram, etc., of Ukrainian troops saying, like, we don't have support from, our commanders. We're being, or in some cases, we're being fired upon by our own our army. We're being deserted. We're being sent out to front lines when we're not equipped to fight. We're being sent to our death. So I would say their morale was probably already quite low. But I mean, this is just the next blow. I mean, they were, again, ironically, in safe hands in Russian imprisonment, because they were being kept safe, they were being fed, etc. But nonetheless, they were targeted by their own government. I mean, it's I can't imagine they could have any morale at this point. We've seen similar things in Syria. We had in Syria terrorists, whether they were Al-Qaeda, Free Syrian Army, ISIS, etc., intimidating civilians from, it wouldn't be the same as surrendering, but from crossing from terrorist-held areas into Syrian government areas, intimidating them by threats that the government would rape or execute them. So we've seen the same kind of strategies that have played out in Syria being played out in Ukraine